Hey guys, how you all doing? Currently in the new place. I finally moved in and I just got the internet connected this morning, and I had a parcel arrive this morning, which is the point of this entire video. First of all, I'm so glad to be moved out of my house, the old house, and just be rid of the garbage fire, which was where I was previously living. So I'm a little bit excited to finally be rid of that. This video won't be a review per se, it'll be a quick rundown as well as an unboxing and demo, because everything that had to be said about what I'm reviewing a pedal today, has already been said. In fact, there is a fantastic review on Anderton's TV about this pedal, and I will link that somewhere. What we've got today is the KORG Miku Stomp. This was released a couple of years ago by KORG. Everyone thought it was a huge, absolute joke, and it turns out it was completely legit. It came out, it's an actual pedal, and it is, I don't want to say pointless, because I'm sure there's a point. I'm sure some bands will come up with some use for it, but it is purely a novelty pedal. Anyway, let's crack this fucker open. Alright, so first thing we get, fucking batteries, always important. I won't use them. Let's see, this looks like pedal. Put you to the side. We also have the standard, yes, the paperwork, warranty, blah. And the pedal itself, which is bubble wrapped to the shit. Here we go. There we go. There we go, there it is, the KORG Miku. Surprisingly, not hard to get. They were discontinued for a while there, but I think KORG are bringing them out again. I'm not sure, but I ended up hitting up Muso's Corner up in Newcastle for one, and they had them on back order. So, finally have one. I will never use this. So basically, it's pretty much what it does in the box. Stomp, settings, power, away you go. So what the KORG Miku is, it is a Vocaloid pedal that replicates the voice of Hatsune Miku, which is a huge animated pop singer hologram thing over in Japan. And apparently she's got a huge following there as well as around the world. And KORG thought it was a wonderful idea to bring her out as a pedal, which, you know, I if anything else, the artwork is kind of rad. It is actually a well-made, like, it does feel like a well-made pedal. Like, it does feel like it could take a beating. It is just completely a novelty thing. And it's also one of the ones that you have to screw the batteries off. Screw the back off to put the batteries in, so won't be using batteries, I think. The original voice actress was Saki Fujita, I think. Hopefully I've pronounced that right. And yeah, and so she ended up becoming the voice of Hatsune Miku, and now Hatsune Miku is stupidly famous for something that was a hologram. I did check out some of the Miku videos in preparation of buying this, to seeing what I'm getting myself into, and it's completely insane. I mean, it does look like a 3D hologram on a stage, and I don't, maybe because, I mean, we have similar sort of stuff here, like in the West. You know, we've got like the Gorillas, and we've got Death Clock, and we've got sort of these animated fictional bands that do live touring and stuff like that. But again, just doing the whole hologram, like, I don't know, it just seems again that Japan has just taken it to this weird, insane level. I don't know, maybe you do you, Japan. That's all I'm gonna say. So, let's go through settings. So you've got a couple of random phrases. Let's see what I've got. So you've got two random phrases. You've got scat, you've got lu, you've got la, you've got ah, you've got pa. Phrase 1, 2, 3, and probably the setting I will keep it on, which is Nyan or Nyan or something like that. If I can replicate the Nyan Cat song, I'll be happy. That's pretty much why I bought this pedal. Actually, I bought this pedal because of the Anderton's review, and it just seemed like a pointless thing I had to have, so here we are. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. Let's plug this in and see how we go. So we're all set up, my bed is now a mess. Strat is plugged in. I'm using an amp which I won't give away just yet, the Orange Micro, which I'll do a review of probably next. So, you know, if I'm wearing the same shit for 3 videos, you know why. So, just for reference, clean tone. Clean tone, it's not going to matter because this pedal is nuts. So, this is on the random 2 setting. Shit. Okay. One thing I remember, this doesn't do chords very well. So if I do, I'm just doing a G chord now. So the Anderton boys weren't wrong. This does take a little bit to track. So I think the delay is... There's barely a delay, but there's a delay when you're playing. Like, you can tell when you're playing. And it does not... The tracking is a bit off. As I said, it doesn't do chords very well. If you're good at scales and stuff like that, you can probably get a decent sound out of it. Jesus. Actually, don't mind this setting. Oh dear. I kind of like this pedal more than I thought I would. And it is completely pointless. What was that? Wonder if it does harmonics. Yes. Alright, so, Nyan setting, it doesn't do bends all that well. I thought this would be better with muting, but it seems to be much of a muchness. So I was having a think, while this was on back order, how well would it take other pedals? Let's try that now, shall we? Predictions, it will go terribly. What I'm thinking of doing is putting... So on my pedalboard I've got tuner, boost, usually a fuzz or a distortion, and then any sort of weird effects. I think putting the Miku at the end of the pedalboard is going to go terribly because it will pick up every other effect and it will just shit itself. So I'm thinking if I put it first, right after my tuner, then I have all the other effects that I can play with while still keeping the Vocaloid active. It will sound terrible, it will not take to effects very well, and every other sound and every other pedal that I've got is not going to take to it very well. There's my prediction. Let's set this fucker up. Okay, so we're all set up. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what we actually have on my pedalboard at the moment. So we've got the Miku just after my tuner, like I said. Then we've got the Electro Harmonix Big Muff with Tone Wicker, and then we've got the Vox Wah, I forget this model number. Doesn't fucking sound the box either. I was going to go for the whammy, and I still might switch that out for something later in the video, but for now I figured the wah would be a bit better. I think between the Miku and the whammy, it might be a bit funny. So, right, Big Muff. Right, so, and I'll try it with just the wah pedal. I actually like that. I approve. My fucking wah pedal doesn't, but anyway. Alright, so I've switched the wah out for the whammy, which is a little bit more reliable. Let's see how this goes. Sounds like a cat being strangled. Sounds like a fucking mosquito. Alright, now I've got the whammy set to harmonizing. That's cool. Alright, so I've had enough fun. I'll have probably a bit more fun with this. Would I suggest it? If you're a fan of stupid pedals, and yes. Any other reason? I think it'd be a good pedal if you actually sat down, experimented, see what worked, and deal with the limitations that it has. It doesn't track very well. Chords are out of the question. Any complicated scales are out of the question. Yeah, it's one of those pedals that I think are ultimately just novelty, but I'm sure that someone out there could find a use for it. Will I see much use out of it? I don't know. I think it'll be just making my friends laugh. It did seem to take to the other pedals reasonably well. Anything with gain is just going to sound like a swarm of angry bees, but any sort of modulation or phase shift effects seems to be going okay. So maybe you can get some more use out of it that way. I'm not too sure what I want to review next. I was thinking about doing an amp review of the setup that I currently have, or I could do another pedal. I've got a couple of pedals there I wouldn't mind doing a review of. Let me know what you want to see, amp or pedal. Let me know, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Catch you next time.